They're trying to convince you that Corsair Cove is about pirates. Don't trust them. Corsair's Cove is a pig's amusement park painted with a pirate theme. With that little deception cleared up, it's also a potent survival management game with a card battle system that refreshes the genre just enough without turning me off completely, even as someone who doesn't really care for card games at all. 2.5 hours into my playthrough, I was surprised with a super interesting objectives-based progression system as well. By the end of this video, I'm convinced you'll have a favorite pig, not a pirate. But let's get into it. We're introduced to the main cast of the game and the game's setting. Long story short, the pirate's golden age is coming to a close and we're captured by a pirate hunter named Amaru.
Good thing I was able to hide this.
I don't want to know where you hid that, but a good thing you did. This game would be significantly worse if all we did was rot away in the brig of an enemy warship.
This ship alive!
Swim for your lives, you sodden wretches!
Quick swim later and it's already happening. Did you see it? That's right. Pig! Jokes aside, these cutscenes are extremely stunning. The art style and the attention to detail in this game has really blown me away. Alright. So, shipwrecked, huh? How original. How original. Alright. Talking about original, here is a button tutorial for us to enjoy. I'll bring you back once I'm done. The Hooded Horse game, so I'm kind of excited. They're usually doing good shit, so we'll see. And there's pirates. Like, you can't really go wrong with pirates, right? And here we are. The pirate camp is the heart of our city. Here we can see the camp's details, like our population, satisfaction, and things that will influence it. It also serves as the center of our allowed build range. Most buildings need to be placed within its range. But what makes this game really stand out is the vertical build system, allowing you to build directly on the walls. By the end, I found the walls to be the main real estate to build upon instead of the normal ground surfaces. With our tents built, we're now instructed to build a woodcutter. Upkeep to food output 8 logs. Okay, can I see my logs anywhere? The resource overlay is context specific. It will only show you resources related to what you're actually hovering the mouse over. This can be really hit and miss in games, but I've never really had a situation where I wasn't able to find what I was looking for. It's genuinely useful and works great. The reason it wasn't showing me the logs here is because we got none in the first place. The woodcutter doesn't require any construction materials when placed either, but most buildings and of course future pirate ships does need planks. Planks are made in the sawmill, so that's next. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. I am really impressed by how detailed all of these buildings are. Seeing the claw actually move and the logs being cleaved, just awesome. And it's this little guy right here that's doing all the work. That is quite impressive.
The crew's uneasy. Something requires our attention.
Here you can check your cohesion. Shows how well your pirate community sticks together. Higher values afford more leeway when pushing through setbacks. If cohesion drops to 0, your group dissolves and the game is lost. Uh-oh. Resolve the Crown Castaways issue. Well, we better tend to the Crown's castaways then. This is almost a little bit, what's it called? Frostpunk inspired. We discovered 2 of Araman's soldiers hiding amongst our crew. They claim they were stranded here like us. We are about to slice their bellies open, when they loudly renounce the crown and ask us to accept them as pirates. What should be done with them? Spill their guts. Nah, let them live. We need the workers probably. There is a decent amount of these. Some are reacting to issues within your camp, making you balance rewards, cohesion impact, and other costs. Others are random events, giving you more workers, resources, impacting production, and so on. usually balancing different pros and cons there as well. With this more recent addition to our crew, we will need more food production, or any production at all, to be honest.
Well, I for one am starving. Is there nothing to eat on this uncivilized rock?
Where's that bloody pig? I'm in the mood for stew.
Build a campfire. We can do that. We still have housing enough, right? Yeah, it's just the food situation that's a little bit icky. Case of dubious provenance. Just roast it. Just roast it, dude. It's okay. Campfires can produce stew for no cost. The production is slow, but it'll do for now. A galley can distribute food to all pirates within the area of the pirate camp. So I didn't actually need to build the campfire close by, I just need to have a galley close by. Gotcha. So that works almost like a market then. So the galley serves food to our drifters. Simply having food produced is not enough. Only once the food is in the galley itself will our villagers actually be fed. It appears the distance to the galley doesn't really matter, so keeping the galley and the food production all in one place is probably the way to go. With food reserves improving, the game gets to show its humor a little.
Well, this is a start. But for a pirate nest, we're still missing a vital establishment, don't you think?
Ah, yes. A treasury. Or perhaps a high-class brothel.
She means a tavern, you posh idiot.
I can really appreciate the chemistry between these few pirate captains. They all feel very unique, each with their own priorities and worldviews. Teach in particular has some really well-delivered voice lines. No tavern is complete without moonshine to serve, however. Moonshine can produce booze for no cost. What? Didn't anyone tell me? Don't let the suggestion of a unlimited free source of booze misguide you. Here's the thing. The moonshine still is only that by name. This is clearly working as a front for a pig spa. I mean, look at this guy. Look at the piggy. Yes! Oh, that is so good. Yeah. I think I've seen everything I need to see about this game. Right, pirate game. Build ships. Build your pier here. We're getting ready to build our first boat. Nope. This is also for the pig's amusement park. When do we get to the pirate part of the game? You know, with rum, ships, big cannons, and sails. Camaraderie and drunken sea shanties? When does that start? The pig lore in this is too fucking good. We've lost it. The sunder of pigs will be why this video went under. In between Spinny Piggy on the pier, the Spa Pig in the still, Amara comes back with revenge. Apparently Amara is not very happy with us, and they're coming to attack us. What are we supposed to do? I didn't listen, I was too busy with the pigs. Truth be told, I think she's here for the pigs as well. What am I supposed to do? Destroyed, repair.
Everyone, to the tavern!
Things happen, someone gets captured, there's a fight, but no pigs, so let's move on. That was in fact a scripted event to introduce us to two new mechanics, shipbuilding and exploration, and the quest system. That's 3 mechanics. Our buildable ship options might not be what we're looking for, but if it floats, it has potential. That's what you wanna hear, the Landlubber is not a good ship. She's slow, underpowered, and doesn't have much space for crew. And most importantly, fishing. It's a fishing vessel. Select your first ship and start building. That one, please. All ships have different stats. Okay, so we have health, crew, gun damage, supplies, boarding damage. We have no damage at all, apparently. Maneuverability, boarding damage, speed, armor. Okay. 15 crew. Do I even have 15 crew? That seems like a lot. Alright, the stronger the ship, the higher the construction cost. Makes sense. Build it! While the ship is being constructed, I return to pig watching. It's like bird watching. Look, this one even flies.
Isn't she a beauty?
Beauty? It's a floating turd.
And who shall be the proud captain of this turd?
One of us has to, I'm afraid.
Despite what Teach says, I agree with Scarlet here. This ship looks a lot better than I expected. We'll put a smooth-talking, silky boy over here in charge of the ship. With fancy hair like that, has to be some leader potential. Gain +3 dice pool next turn. Please don't make this a card game. I hate card games. But if you do too, stay with me here. I found this implementation quite tasteful, and it doesn't actually have as big of an impact as you may think. We're now able to set sail and explore our surroundings. This quiet patch of sea has been mostly forgotten by the world at large. Our presence here is sure to change that. Possible loot: we can get coins, some drifters, and black powder. Hell yeah, embark buddies.
Business to do?
Here is another gimmick of this title. Ship battles are not necessarily won by you bringing the enemy's HP down to 0. Instead, you are given objectives that you need to complete. In what only makes sense as an attempt to make this as easy as possible to miss, they make the first objective reduce the enemy's health to 0. To be completely clear, we're not winning because we're reducing the enemy's health to 0. We're winning because we complete the objective to do so. Makes sense, right? I'm not adding to the confusion, am I? For our own resources, we have our ship's health, crew health, and supplies. Crew and ship health needs to be balanced, as losing either loses the battle as a whole. Supplies is the resource we use to perform each of our actions. There is also a dice pool, but to be frank, besides higher is better, the nuance of this mechanic is beyond me. Which one is my dice? Health, crew, supplies. Oh, this one. Of course. I have 1 dice. As this is a tutorial, they won't allow us to just win the game directly. The card you play have a number at the top of it. This is the amount of supplies the card is costing to actually use. Once selected, the dice is rolled and determines the outcome and effectiveness of our selected cards. So we dealt some damage and they took all of our supplies. Without supplies, we're forced to change to supportive cards. These serve as a secondary layer to our card deck and allows us to resupply, usually at the cost of ship or crew health. With our new supplies, we can cast Wasteful Barrage and finish the objective. As a reward, we get some extra cohesion, some coins, supplies, and 50 black powder. Refreshing to step away from the white powder for a moment. I've been playing a lot of Ghost Recon Wildlands lately. Doesn't look like there is very much anti-aircraft guns at all in this area. We haven't seen a single one. There's usually one in all areas otherwise. No! Oh, I think we're alive. No! This part didn't fit anywhere else, so I do prefer smaller UI elements over large ones. The game allows for that in the settings, so +1 on the old point scale, I guess. A lot of UIs feel unnecessarily large once you go above 1080p resolution. I can't even imagine what 4K would bring. Look at all of this new screen real estate for pigs watching. I think this one's a duck. He does float after all. Maybe he's reenacting the famous Titanic scene? Regardless, we'll be close friends, I'm sure. With our first battle under control, it's time to rescue our tavern keeper that Amara kidnapped in her earlier attack. Amara is found on Barbos Bay together with Rabulian, our town keeper. Teach is still not happy with our ship.
Damnation. Is this the slowest ship ever built? We might just swim to Barbos Bay instead.
And so our first battle outside of the tutorial begins.
So you followed us. No matter. Are you here for your tavern keep? Then you will have to take our fire.
In the top of the screen you can see there is 2 objectives. What is our mission? Defend for remaining turns 3. I need to survive for 3 times. Prevent damage, gain treasure. Treasure will reward us with the plunder you can see in the top left-hand corner if we win the battle. This initial objective doesn't prove too difficult. The enemy keeps giving me free dice rolls and I just keep gathering treasure. Final round, the enemy attacks our crew. We can prevent some of that damage using take cover. So I play safe distance. Paying attention is not a strength of mine. That's the first objectives and 3 turns complete. Time to lay down some lead.
Pirates don't give up so easily.
Wait, what? Opponent gains 2 dice to the dice pool next turn. Give +1 to player and... What? Why is she playing that? It gives me more dice than it gives her. Heavy fire it is. Maybe that'll knock some sense into her as the 4 health leaves her ship. Next up, she's dealing damage to our ship's health. Perfect opportunity for us to use heavy fire to both deal damage and prevent some damage. Next time, they'll hand us the victory with a 2x damage buff. Easy. The game really opens up from here. We're starting to see ships move around the map itself. Not that they'll be able to beat our crew, of course. I see why they keep failing. They have a lot of cannon, but no pigs. We unlock gun towers when our ship returns from Barbos Bay. Having a gun tower allows us to protect our pirate camp from future attacks. The UI will show us the attack vectors that you need to defend from, making it easy to find a spot to place the gun tower itself. No attack point in range. Okay, so we want this close enough that it will hit those guys. I ended up placing it just behind my pier. I like to think it will serve as fireworks for the pigs amusement park. Construction resource not available. Need stone blocks. Okay, produce stone blocks. Sawmill, quarry, stone cutter. Alright, so now they're kind of letting us do a little bit more ourselves without guiding us through everything. They're like, you managed to build planks, now you can build rocks. Stone is our first resource that can only be produced at a few select locations. Our quarry will go here and we'll build the stone cutter close by. A lot of the management and optimization in Corsair Cove appears to be revolving around the connections and delivery times of production buildings. Look how detailed everything is. I know I'm goofing with the pigs, but like this is insane. And everything is like operated by someone as well. You can like see them operate it. With stone producing, it's not long enough until our gun tower is complete.
You think this measly tower is enough to hold off Amara?
It will use the black powder that we looted earlier to defend against attacking crown ships. At least until we produce black powder ourselves. Oh, there's a pig there as well. We almost missed the piggy! This explains the pig lore. The jug is levitating. Pigs are magicians. With our gun tower built and armed, we are again taunted by Amara. Attack is easily held off with our new gun tower. It takes a minute, but explosions mean the win is ours.
Abandon ship!
Rest in pieces, you blasted wench.
Hell yeah. Show her. New building, pirate camp, we can expand. Guano gatherer. Isn't that poop? Yep. And it's used for black powder production. Imagine that insult. We'll sink ships using bird shit and elbow grease. A lot's just unlocked. We can now expand with another pirate camp. So it also opens up attack vectors, depending on where you put it. So you could actually have 2 vectors on the same one like this. And that would be pretty bad. We'll go with the camp at the top of the southeast hill, giving us access to guano and fresh water. There's a little neat overlay showing you what you will have access to when you're placing your new pirate camp. Next is to connect the camp to the old network to access the planks for building materials. Boy, did this one give me a headache. I'm using the custom connections here, and while it looks like it's connected, the connector is actually on the lower level and not directly connected to the pirate camp at all. Due to this, I don't get the missing resources icon to go away, and I spent the next 20 minutes trying to find a solution. Oh, the path connected to underneath here, so that did not actually count as connected. Got it. Yeah, apparently the path just didn't connect where it's supposed to. It was like you can put a path just underneath here, and that looked like it was connected, but it's actually not, especially on this side. Most buildings have the option to click a button to add a new connection to the building directly when you select it. For some reason, the pirate camp doesn't have this, which makes the function less reliable. Only delete and pause as options in the pirate camp. If something isn't reliably available to me, I'm less likely to use it in the first place anyway. Now this should be on the way eventually. Yes. Okay. Think we got things going a little bit better now then. We're now about 2 hours and 30 minutes into the game. Cutscenes remain superb. Love these. Animated, but not with full motion, just tasteful movement that keep the scene active.
There are many ways to pirate greatness. Whatever path we choose, 5 great trials will mark our rise. We will create our own pirate legacy and shape this island into a true pirate haven.
This is the progression system, both for the main storyline as well as for the construction unlocks themselves. The journal contains the principal quests, serving as the main story progression. The compass initially gave me flashbacks to opening up the Path of Exile sheet, but at a second glance, this is not actually that intimidating. 4 different unlock paths with the ship's models that passively unlocks as you spend points in each of the branches. Looking at the deeds page, this is our objectives. Completing each of these will provide a point we can then use to unlock things in the compass that we just looked at earlier. Let's spend our first points right now. Ziplines sounds kinda fun though. Alright, we gained our footing and learned all there is to know. Now we must build larger, venture further, and follow our principle until we become a true haven. And with that, I think I've shown you everything Corsair's Cove has to offer so far. This is put together really well with Hooded Horse as the publisher. I'm very optimistic that this is going to end up an absolute banger once it releases. I am a bit late on the release of this video, but if you enjoyed this, a like and subscribe helps me out so much. Either way, thanks for watching. As usual, you can find the link to the demo in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.